CIET NCERT presents the audiobook Khel Yog, textbook of physical education and well-being for class 5.
Chapter 3 Strike the Object, page number 40. Striking an object while playing helps us gain various types of learning in an enjoyable way. Various racket sports are emerging nowadays. For example, pickleball, ball badminton, squash, etc., along with the more familiar badminton, table tennis, and tennis. Learning to strike an object with a racket or striking surfaces can be fun. Let's try. On the bottom right of this page, there is an image in which a boy is in a striking position holding the racket. Page number 41. Striking the object with a bat, racket, stick. Various steps of striking an object with racket is depicted via images alongside. Let me explain these steps one by one. Step number 1. Hold the racket and stand sidewards with the knees slightly bent. Step number 2. Anticipate the object and move towards it. Step number 3. Reach and swing the racket. Rotate shoulders and hips. Step number 4. Hit the object while it's in motion. Step number 5. After hitting, follow through as given in the picture. Notes for the teacher. Ensure the following while the children practice hitting skills. 1. Stance. Stand sidewards. Legs are shoulder width apart. Ready to approach the object. The eyes are always on the object. 2. Grip. Firmly with the top hand and loosely with the bottom hand for direction. 3. Hitting. Step forward on the front foot. Swing and rotate the hips and shoulder while hitting. Keep eyes on the object. Extend arms fully at the contact point and hit. 4. Follow through. Swings the upper body along with the racket, which goes around the body and finishes over the shoulder. Page number 42. Receiving the object with a racket. Various steps of receiving an object with racket is depicted via images on this page. Let me explain these steps one by one. Step number 1. Stand with knees slightly bent and the racket facing the direction of the incoming object. Step number 2. Bend forward and hold the racket in both hands. Keep the hands gentle on impact. Notes for the teacher. Ensure the following while the students practice receiving with an object. 1. Stance. Keep the feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent and the body facing the object and ready to approach. 2. Grip. Holds the racket gently with both hands. 3. Anticipate. Predict the path of the object. Approach the object and keep the body low and aligned with the body accordingly. 4. Receive. Align in line with the approaching object and receive keeping your hands gentle. Page number 43. BM13 handle with care. Required material: rackets and tennis balls. On the top left of this page, there is a big and beautiful school building. This school building is completely surrounded by several beautiful plants. How to play? Mark a starting and finish line 10 meters apart from each other. Divide the students into groups of 5 and ask them to stand in a line. Students in the front will stand on the starting line with a table tennis racket or a hardboard and a plastic ball. On the sound of the whistle, they will start walking and tossing the ball until they reach the finish line. While returning, hold and balance the ball on the racket or hardboard and come back to the finish line. Other students will follow till all have completed the activity. On the center right of this page, there is an image in which two girls are holding the table tennis racket. Purpose: to develop concentration and balance. Variation: vary the distance between the start and finish lines. Vary the actions such as balancing multiple balls, etc. Vary the tapping with forehand, backhand and mixed. Circle time: identify the things that distracted you from concentrating on the task. What did you do to overcome them? Page number 44. BM 14. Balloon strike. Required material: balloons or small sized ball. On the top left of this page, there is a big and beautiful school building. This school building is completely surrounded by several beautiful plants. How to play? Mark a rectangular playing area with a goal at both ends. Make two teams, each consisting of 4 to 5 students. Give one balloon to any team and they have to put the balloon in the opponent's goal. Every time the student has to toss the balloon and strike it to pass the balloon to their teammates. The team with the most goals will win the match. On the bottom right of this page, there is an image in which first half of the rectangular area is being marked with a goal at the end. 4 students are standing in various positions. 2 students of the same team are wearing yellow t-shirt and red pants, and 2 students of other team are wearing red t-shirt and green pants. Page number 45. Purpose: develop coupling movements, hitting while running with cooperation among teammates. Variation: vary the size of the playing area. Replace the balloon with softballs. Did you know? Spatial sense is important, that it helps in recognizing space, shape, sizes, positions, directions and movements, and how objects relate to oneself and others. On the bottom left of this page, there is an image in which second half of the rectangular area is being marked. A student wearing red t-shirt and green pants is trying to catch the balloon. Circle time. Discuss the difference in the path of the balloon at different contact points after tossing and hitting. Very high above the head, just above the head in front, or right of the head. Page number 46. BM 15. Catch to win. Required material: cricket bat and tennis ball. On the top left of this page, there is a big and beautiful school building. This school building is completely surrounded by several beautiful plants. How to play? Divide the students into 2 teams, A and B. Mark a square as required and ask team A to take position inside the square. Team B will stand 10 meters from the square with one student with a bat and one with ball. On the bottom of this page, there is an image that depicts a square which is being marked on the playground, in which 5 students are placed in various positions and postures inside the square. One is outside the square. One student inside the square is trying to catch the ball. Page number 47. On the blow of the whistle, one student from team B will throw an underarm ball to the student with the bat. The student will hit the ball into the square. If team A catches the ball, they will score 1 point. If the ball falls on the ground, then team B will score 1 point. Students take turns to hit the ball one by one, and each student will hit the ball at least 5 times before changing positions with team A. The team with the maximum points will win the match. Purpose: to develop hand-eye coordination, accuracy, and range of striking with a sense of force. Variation: vary the size of the square and the distance between students. Vary the size of the ball or the hitting apparatus. Hit the ball high, straight or low to add variations. On the bottom right of this page, there is an image in which 4 students are holding bats in their hands and they are placed at various positions. Circle time. Discuss the difference between striking the ball and hitting the ball high, straight or low. Page number 48. BM16, corner tennis. Required material: racket and tennis balls. On the top left of this page, there is an image in which there is a rising sun surrounded by beautiful clouds. Many beautiful houses are also there with attached solar panels that are surrounded by several trees. How to play: mark a big square and divide it into 4 zones. Place 4 students at each corner of the square. A student at zone 1 will hit the ball so that it bounces into the zone of any other student. The student in whose zone the ball bounces in will try to hit it in any other student's zone after one bounce. If a student fails to hit or land the ball in the other student's zone, they will leave the racket and give it to the students waiting for their turn. Did you know? Playing outdoor games improve motor skills, balance and coordination. Page number 49. On the top of this page, there is an image that depicts a big square of green color which is being marked on the ground, and it is divided into 4 equal parts and they are numbered as 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 students are standing outside on each corner of this square holding rackets in their hands. Purpose: to develop accuracy and anticipation with quick decision making. Variation: use your palm to hit the ball instead of the racket. Vary the size of the playing area. Vary the size of the ball. Circle time. Discuss the factors that you will keep in mind to reach the ball. For example, the path, bounce and the speed of the ball. To hit the ball, it is vital to judge the position of the body and find an easier angle to hit. Page number 50. BM17 hit and cover. Required material: a long stick or bat and tennis balls. On the top left of this page, there is a big and beautiful school building. This school building is completely surrounded by several beautiful plants. How to play? Divide the students into equal teams and mark a square of 10 into 10 meters with 3 bases and a smaller square at one corner. One team will bat and the other will field. Place 3 balls in the smaller square and the first batter will hit all the balls quickly. The batter will run after hitting the third ball and try to cover as many bases. The fielders will try to gather the balls and quickly put them back in the small square. The batting team will get points equal to the bases covered by the batter. After this, the next batter will come and his points will be added to the score. Once everyone has batted in the batting team, the roles will be reversed. The team with the maximum score at the end will win the game. Page number 51. On the top of this page, there is an image in which a big square is marked on the ground, and on one of the corner of this big square, a smaller square is drawn outwards. Purpose: to develop upper body strength, speed and hand-eye coordination. Variation: vary the size of the balls, vary the size of the field. Circle time: this activity will help you develop upper body strength. Discuss other activities that involve upper body movement to strengthen your muscles. Page number 52. BM18 hidden ball. Required material: stick, tennis balls, soft cushion balls. On the top left of this page, there is an image in which there is a rising sun surrounded by beautiful clouds. Many beautiful houses are also there with attached solar panels that are surrounded by several trees. How to play? Mark a circular area with a chair in the middle and a ball placed under the chair. 6 to 7 students, each with a tennis ball and a stick in their hand, stand outside the marked circle. The aim of each student is to hit the ball under the chair and move it to the other side of the circle. The students will retrieve balls from other students and try to hit the ball under the chair. Did you know? A game played with a stick and a ball called hockey has given India 8 Olympic gold medals. Page number 53. On the top of this page, there is an image in which a circular field is there. There are 6 students that are standing in a circle holding sticks in their hand. One of them has hit the tennis ball with a stick and it passes under the chair. Purpose: to develop sense of coordination and improve accuracy when hitting a target. Variation: vary the size of the circle. Place a goalkeeper to guard the center. Circle time: how did you adjust your position while retrieving the ball hit by your teammates?
Khel Yog. You were just listening to this audiobook. Textbook of Physical Education and Well-Being for Class 5. Narration Meha Kheda. Sound recordist Manju Kumari. Assistance in production Chetna Sharma. Directed and produced by Vimlesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is presented to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.